that's Lisa. I'm Jessica. And right now we are shooting the, hello, come over here. We are shooting the Awkward Embraces Indiegogo thank you videos. Currently we are fundraising for season 2 on Indiegogo, and one of the perks, if you donate a certain amount, is you get to submit 10 questions to your favorite cast member, and we will answer them for you, accompanied by my co-host, Lisa, of course. This is a very special thank you video. Cue the this is my mom's questions. And my mom wrote excellent questions. A lot of the fans requested stories about me from high school, but she submitted, I think she knew I would never tell them. Ha! No, it's fine. So here we go. All right. Number 1. Since you blindly, stubbornly insist on rewatching every single Star Trek ever made, and then moving on to some other old favorite, does that mean you'll finally get around to watching Stargate SG-1 for the first time when you're stuck in the old folks' home? And if that happens, will you tell me all about it on the Ouija board? I will watch Stargate. I promise. I promise. Even though I sort of accidentally started watching Sequest again last night, which is another old favorite that I have seen. But I will. I promise. I will see it before you're in the old folks' home. Before I'm in the old folks' home. Okay. I'm saying it on my YouTube channel in front of God and everybody. I will watch Stargate SG-1. I promise. Okay. One time you had a car accident and you had to call a tow truck. You tweeted from the front seat of the tow truck that you were working on the Awkward Embraces Season 2 poster. Have you ever considered a 12-step program for workaholics? And would you take your dad with you? I mean, I don't know. What else are you going to do in a tow truck? I mean, I guess I could have played Angry Birds or something. But, I don't know. I had stuff to do. I don't know. I'm not a workaholic. I just like my work. Would you take Annabelle back? So when I was in college, I got a kitten, and it was one of those things where it was like somebody had kittens and I really wanted one, so I got one without really planning ahead of time the fact that the cats live to be like 17 years old, and that when I graduated college I was going to be moving, and I would probably be moving quite a bit in my young life. I didn't think ahead, really. So of course Annabelle ended up going to my parents, and she's kind of angry. She's an angry cat. She's a very angry cat. She doesn't really like to be petted or touched or spoken to or looked at. So they kind of want me to take her back. And I will take her back, but I just have to, be in a place that allows me to have more than one pet. And this one, oh man, Annabelle and Lisa, I don't know, it's rough. Poor Annabelle, poor my parents. It's just, I feel bad, I do. She's happy though, as long as nobody touches her, looks at her, talks to her. Okay. Do you think that maybe coming from a family full of lunatics has helped your comedy? I think yes. I think absolutely. No, we're not crazy. We're unconventional. And we tease each other and joke around, and we're silly. We're silly people. We're a family full of silly people. And yeah, it absolutely has helped my comedy. And it's helped me it's more important for me that something is funny than that I necessarily retain, I don't want to say dignity, because there's some things I won't do, but like my bedhead and stuff like that in the show, I think that's great. I think it's hilarious. It's really funny, and a lot of people are like, how could you look so awful on camera? And I'm like, because it's funny. That's funny. So I think the kind of family I come from definitely lends to that kind of attitude about making things funny. What makes you laugh? In other words, growing up, what were some of the influences on comedy that you now draw on? Definitely my family, for sure. I mean, we laugh all the time, and we're always making fun of each other. So, teasing each other in a loving way, not saying horrible things, but, we're always teasing each other and stuff. So having a good sense of humor about myself, I definitely developed you know, by having a family where, you know, we tease each other and we joke, and because we love each other so much and we're so tight, it's not mean-spirited at all. So that's definitely, so I definitely love self-deprecating humor, and that's got to be my favorite. It's what I do most often. But when people will make fun of themselves, it's so much funnier to me than someone who's making fun of somebody else. So yeah, I don't know. I guess that answers that question. Methinks thou doth protest too much about Riker's randiness. If you could have 7 minutes of heaven, who would it be with? And there's A, B, C, and D of pairings here. So A, Riker or Mulder? That's a good one.
Mulder.
Patty and I agree.
Mulder.
Mulder all the way. Oof. He's tall. I mean, Riker's tall too, but Mulder's all funny. I'm a sucker for the funny guys, and Mulder's a funny guy. Okay. B, Captain Picard or Captain Reynolds? Is that even a question? Is that an actual Captain?
What?
Who would turn down 7 minutes in heaven with Captain Tight Pants? No one. No one. I know a lot of guys who wouldn't even turn it down.
No.
Straight guys.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Mal Reynolds? Oh, all the way. Okay. C, Dean Winchester or Colonel Jack O'Neill? Oh, I forgot. You don't know. I've seen a few episodes of Stargate, but really, Dean Winchester all the way. Are you kidding me? Again, Dean Winchester's a funny guy. I don't know. Jack O'Neill might be funny, but I haven't seen Stargate, so I don't really know. But Dean Winchester's hotter. The Starship Enterprise or a Stargate? Oh crap! Again, you don't know. The Enterprise will always be near and dear to my heart.
Duh.
It's so much more awesome than a Stargate. Stargate's all big and clunky. You can't really move it. I don't know. Maybe you can move it. Again, I don't know. I haven't seen Stargate. Number 7. Which would you rather have? A sonic screwdriver or a phaser? Sonic screwdriver. Sonic screwdriver all the way. A phaser just shoots things or cuts through walls or whatever. But the sonic screwdriver, it locks doors, it unlocks doors, it reprograms computers, it does all kinds of crazy stuff. Ooh, sonic screwdriver all the way. Do you think geek moms should take online courses in geekdom so they don't humiliate their geek daughters on Twitter by insisting that the TARDIS is red? My mom did say that the TARDIS was red, but it was an honest confusion because actual phone boxes in England are red, so I think it was just a slip of the tongue on Twitter. But no, that's fine. It's an honest mistake. I haven't seen Stargate, so I think we're even. If you could play Quidditch, what position would you want to play? Seeker, of course, because really being on the goalpost, that's a lot more pressure, I think, because you have to block things. As we've established, I'm not very coordinated. And then otherwise you have to like hit the balls at people and like hit people with the bludgers. And I'm not really angry enough to be that violent generally, unless I'm stuck in traffic. So yeah, definitely a seeker because they get to go really fast. So yeah. Last question. If your mom could guest star in an episode of Awkward Embraces, what sort of fabulous awesomeness would you write for her? I have an episode in mind with Jessica's mom, and she is incredibly awesome, but I can't say how or why because it will ruin the episode. But just so you know, you are my inspiration for all moms written everywhere, unless they're psychotic. Oh wait, no, I'm kidding. Okay, those are the questions from my mom. I love you, Mama. You're awesome. You're my most supportive and bestest friend ever. So, mwah, I love you. Okay, bye.